Small bites, big bold flavors. That's what we're all about. That's the magic, right? When I think of that, I think skewered foods, right? And I'm a big fan. Anything on the bone or on the stick is in with me. So one of my favorite proteins, the chicken thigh. Usually I do bone-in, skin on. Today we're going boneless. Let's get in the action. So let's make the marinade or the basting sauce, and I'm going to use the Karbon Steel pan here and start out with some familiar ingredients. Worcestershire.
You're going over here.
Yeah, well, I thought we'd just make it right here, and then we'll bring it to a simmer. Little less sodium soy sauce. I like the less sodium, and that's equal parts. The recipe's down below, so don't get too hung up on the exact quantities while you're watching this. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy. Little SPG, salt, pepper, garlic there. Let's do a little brown sugar. That'll bring some fun sweetness and viscosity. Little chopped garlic.
This pan's cool.
Yeah. While I'm building this, I might as well have it over the fire so it's starting to do the reduction. Let's look at our grill setup. Let's go half direct, half indirect. And I've got my fire lit from a previous cook, so we are rolling, okay? This guy's gonna go on the very bottom because I want the reduction power. I want to be as close to that flame as possible. I'm gonna drop that pan right on top. A grill safe pan. I'm so glad KJ came out with this. I've been waiting for one of these for ages. And look how perfect that fits. Beautiful. I'm so happy with that. 3 tablespoons now. See, I'm giving you quantities, not giving you quantities. Again, it's all in the recipe down below. 1, 2, 3 Dijon mustard. Now this is gonna sound a little crazy. I've been making this recipe for years, and this is an ingredient that's not a true ingredient, okay? And what I mean by that is the only place I know where to get this from are Chinese restaurants. The mustard packets, right? When you talk to anybody from China, they know like Chinese mustard, right? This stuff it's like American Chinese, right? That's not real Chinese food. This mustard, though, for some reason,
ingredient.
Yeah. Oh, this stuff is so good, and it brings such a different, like, zesty flavor. So I'm just gonna slice open a couple of these. My wife helped me pack these recipes. She also sent us with a couple of fortune cookies, but
nice.
they broke under the plane. We'll open these. We'll open these later. Okay, but
be some kind of good luck.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. All right, let's go ahead and bring these beauties in here, and I'll squeeze more in a second. But we'll call it Chinese mustard, but you can use any type of different mustard. Just bring 2 different mustards to the table. Or every time you go to a Chinese restaurant, score 5 or 4 of these and squirrel them away. That's what I do. Last little bit I want to add in there is a fresh lemon for just a little brightness, and some ginger to give a little more zip.
Ginger?
I know it looks more like galangal or galangal, but yeah, it was labeled ginger. We'll see when we slice into it. At the 450 degrees or so that we're at, look at that reduction right there. Just beautiful. Now I'm going to mount a little nice olive oil. And we're going to pull that baby off the heat. If we were going to use this as a marinade for like 3 hours or so, I would want to cool this down and then pour it over the chicken. But today we're going to use this, and look how thick that's gotten. That brown sugar really helped out. The mustard helped out. Good viscosity. Nothing sticking to the bottom. I'm going to drape this chicken through, and we'll do that several times throughout this cook, building multiple layers of complex flavor with simple methods. And once we have a nice draw on there, we'll graduate it to the semi-indirect side. But don't be afraid to use the leftover marinade at this point, just to continue to baste a little bit. Remember, there was raw chicken in there at one point in time, so we need to make sure we do this at the beginning of the cook and not towards the end. Just by sort of juggling this around between sear and baste, I call it a basting marinade of sorts. Sear, baste, playing around with it, being an active participant of that big, bold sear. Now we're going to graduate it up top, semi-indirect, slow things down a little bit, and let it cook slowly, and that's going to help tenderize it, right? So we're going to get almost all the way there. It'll be fully cooked, but a little more time will get it more tender, and then we'll slice it, skewer it, give it another sear. Oh, yeah. Looking lush. It's at this point we're going to do a little stack. We're going to bring them over to our cutting board. So I think the right word is succulent. You know what I mean? And now that we have it nice and pretty and juicy and delicious, Now we're gonna slice into bite-sized pieces, skewerable size pieces. And that is done, but it could go, you know, dark meat's funny. So like chicken wings, legs, thighs, those things need to be brought to an internal temperature of at least 175 degrees before they get really tender. So 165, yes, we don't have to worry about it from a safety standpoint, but from a tenderization standpoint, 175 is where we want to be. Also, look at this, you know, this hasn't seen smoke, sear, or seasoning, so what a great opportunity just to impart a little bit more flavor. When we have it turned to the side there, just a little bit of that SPG is gonna go a long way. A little slice, a little skewer, a little seasoning, and return to the grill. That's gonna continue to break that chicken down and almost tenderize it to a point where you're biting it and you're just like, what in the world? Who cooked this? And
so you wouldn't cut up like into little pieces first?
No. That's a good bite-sized, chewable, social piece there. And because it's so tender, we're mechanically tenderizing it on the grill, and then your teeth will do the rest. But it's not a lot of work. But we do need to take it from that 165 to 175 to ensure that we're just succulent, tender, and ready to rock with this dark thigh meat. Let's run our knife through these chives real quick and get some fun garnish, all right? The green pop, the earthiness is gonna be good. All right, lifting up the lid, look at that. Look at that. That's exactly where we want these beauties. Let's go ahead and transfer them to our plate. It is a party platter, you know what I mean? And you could turn this into a chicken sandwich if you don't want to slice it, right? It would be really nice. But again, we're about big, bold, beautiful bites. You know what I mean? Bites. So that's the thing. I could imagine just picking this beauty up and going for it. We could make a Thai peanut sauce or whatever, but I don't think we need it. Big, bold, beautiful flavors. Green chives. Could use one more little garnish for textural contrast. and why not? We have them.
See, I knew they were lucky.
Yeah. Well, we'll see, you know. But I think if we just, I hear it's bad luck to read your fortune out loud, but let's see what we got. Oh, lucky numbers, of course. Ooh, very nice. Okay, this is awesome. Oh yeah, fortune chicken. Let's get, I want this one with all the color. Oh yeah. There's a difference between fine dining and fun dining. You know, this might scratch both itches there, but let's give it a go. That little basting trick. The brown sugar and the caramelization, the soy, the Worcestershire. Worcestershire just brings a barbecue kind of flavor to everything. And then the sweetness of that cookie in the end. That's a special bite. That is a special bite. And by basting and then going in and flipping, again, you're creating these educated layers of flavor. The drippings are creating smoke. I've got some smoke on there as well, just from the drippings of the chicken and the marinade. Absolutely lovely. Folks, if you enjoyed this video as much as I just enjoyed that bite, do me a favor, do all the things, like, subscribe, do leave us a comment. Love reading and responding to those. And as always, from our backyard to yours, cheers and happy grilling.